the term think tank is used very much in all of the countries. So we've used the Anglo-Saxon term think tanks. It remains a fact that they're very heterogeneous across the countries, and also because we have different political cultures in the different member states. So it's very difficult, and I would argue impossible, to come to a very stringent and agreed definition of what constitutes a true think tank when we look at European think tanks. Drawing some conclusions from the characteristics of the different areas that we looked at within our study, I would say that they have a very different legal status to begin with across the EU. So some of them are associations sans but lucrative in Belgium, others are foundations, others are non-profit companies, others are state agencies, some of them are grant-making bodies that actually also do policy analysis. They have different purposes as well, so some of them are quasi-academic with a public status, others are non-profit organizations or foundations, and are more geared toward advocacy. Others are generalists, others are very specific thematically or geographically. Some of them have predominantly European outlook, while others cover EU-related missions only, issues only within the global mission of their work. With regard to their funding, while yes, earlier on think tanks were heavily dependent on public funding and mostly working on international affairs, today we see that they can no longer rely on public funding, and they very much rely on the generous private donations. They have different ways of getting funding through